Hey viewers, and welcome back to Let's Play the Stanley Parable. Because, why not? I've been informed there are many other endings,
This is the story.
So let's see what's out there.
How
Ah!
wonderful. Stanley was alone. Finally. This is great, he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all along. I got what I wanted.
That's new.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
You know what? Let's do this. Nope. 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 Ah, it's bright.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
That is the best solution for solving a dispute with a coworker ever. Using slides to assure employees that everything is okay. Make sure your slide is a slick blue graphic in the header and throw some bevel in all the text. This will ensure a calm and productive work environment. Everyone is unique. You most of all. I get in the way here with that. Oh no, it does. Wait. Ceiling mounted. Clever. I can't jump. Number of slides on this slide. Charts, slides, chart, and slides. Okay. To do, synergize core value expenditures, shift global market parade, monetize free to play, dig. Rate of increase in graphs per slide. Please no more. On your boss appreciation minute worksheet, circle the top 20 things you love most about your boss. Fill out in triplicate and return to your boss appreciation specialist. That's a lot of brackets. Remember, it takes two people to start a fight, and right now you're both of them. What are your dreams for the future? Less air, comatose, pollution, a boat, mitosis. Viewers, I am all about mitosis.
Stanley just stood there doing nothing at all. He seems to think I have nothing better to do with my time than to sit around and describe every fascinating little detail of his inability to do anything. This is why Stanley and I are on such good terms.
You are my enemy, narrator. I want to point that out. Yeah, broom closet. Ah!
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
There's lots of stuff in here.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
Okay, do you know how far Gordon Freeman got with a wrench? You should at least take the wrench, Stanley. Seriously.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Oh, narrator, you're back in my good books just for that line.
Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
I live here now. Or Stanley does, at least. Look, we'll get that cardboard.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it.
Then maybe you should have left it locked like all the other doors. Didn't think of that, did you, narrator?
Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friend, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
Not in that accent, I won't talk to my friends.
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
We'll see. Now that's getting personal, so keep it coming.
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. He or she has fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place at the computer, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
No. You literally cannot make... Well, you probably can. I've already seen that this reality is broken down and shattered, so... I want the broom closet ending. I was promised a broom closet ending. Seriously. Broom closet ending. I will make a little house in here. I will take that broom and I will sweep the floor and I will clean it. And oh, can I get water? There's an air conditioner. You know, I bet one of those pipes has water in it. If I can tap that pipe for water, I can survive in here for probably at least a few weeks. Oof. None of this really looks edible, though. But between the broom... Oh, I don't have a mop. I have a mop for the bucket. But I can take that cardboard out and maybe use this cable to string some kind of makeshift shelter from the searing sun overhead. That's got to be at least, what, 30, 40 watts? Yeah, can't let that beat down on my head forever. Oof, yeah, that's got to get cleaned. Look at that stain, that's awful. Was there supposed to be something here, or was this just... This looks like... Oh, this... Wait. Oh, no, they reversed it. They reversed it. Clever designers. Yeah. I can tap the wiring here, and that'll work well. Oh, we got some extra cable. Let's see, pliers. What is that? Is that a hose? Is that a spray nozzle? I don't know. What are these? Duct tape. Can't take the duct tape? Okay. Well, viewers, sadly, I don't think that Stanley can live here forever, so here comes to an end the saga of the Stanley broom closet.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you. You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
Right, so where was I with my broom closet house? Nothing under. Alright. Hold a crouch. I wish I could jump! Oh. Achievement unlocked. You can't jump. Well... doesn't mean I can't stop trying. Apparently Stanley's legs are broken. Or he has no legs, or lower body at all. He is a ghostly presence. Alright. Guess I have to go this way, don't I? Okay. Whoosh.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
No, Stanley didn't, because you didn't let Stanley live in the broom closet house. So... screw you, narrator. Stanley walked down to the eerily red lighted basement. Hey! What do we got here? There's a letter there. I can't read it. It's got stuff on it. I wish I had a flashlight or something. It's really dark. Hi, Leanne. I worked through first period and left this. Hang on, I gotta scoot forward 1 second. Just gotta mute this for a second so I can hear the chair exploding as I shift. Okay. I wish in the first period and left it in your locker. All the cool kids? Ah, viewers, I can't read that letter, I'm sorry.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
Oh my god.
Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment and my wife and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Nope.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Well, that was crazy. Okay, so let's do one more run here. Hang on. Okay, well, one more run.
Even now, Stanley's office was a distant memory. What did it look like? There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting. Was it a painting or a photo? He could no longer recall.
Wait. Okay, hang on. 417, 425, 426. Okay, so that all leads to the same place. Did I just go to the same room twice? No, okay, that was weird. Anyhow, that was a creepy ending. Also, I'm sorry I couldn't read that letter. It was just way too small. I hate Mondays. Yeah, you and me both, coffee mug. You and me
When
both.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay. Let's skip the broom closet this time.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
We're still there. Okay.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense.
Uh-oh.
And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet?
Okay,
when
this
he
is all repeating, so let's just reload here.
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing.
This is a really weird game.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Let's go to the boss's office. And this time, since I'm actually Stanley and not a real person pretending to be Stanley to forward the story,
There was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave
maybe
of
something different will
disbelief,
happen.
Stanley decided to go up to his boss's. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Now remember, this time I didn't have the password, so what's over here? Executive bathroom? Nope. Oh no. No broom closet. No executive bathroom. This is the worst. It's actually writing on those, but I can't get close enough to read it. Okay.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
I don't know, is there stuff in here I can poke instead? I didn't really get to piss you off at all last run, narrator, since I ended up going the exact same way I've been before, so... something else I can do that would irritate you? I wish I could zoom in on all this. I have a feeling that it'd be really interesting if you could read it. Okay, you don't care, obviously, so... we'll just keep... going through this. Great. Whoa, big red button. You know, my workplace has one of those, just not without the big red button. Big green button, and it goes up. This is the antithesis of every place I've ever worked.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Well, wow, that's shoddy workmanship. Ugh, terrible
Stanley
lighting.
walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Okay, so I'm playing a game where a voice is telling me everything to do and it just guided me to a mind control facility. This is so meta, it hurts. Escape, mind control facility. Escape, mind control facility. Durr. It's all binary. Again, I bet you could decode that. What do you got here? Oh, can I read these now? Interviewing and interrogation techniques. Yikes. That here. The Pale Bright. Dear Diary. Seems to have years ago. Recommendations from the Oversight Committee. Oop.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
I probably can't jump because I could suicide here. Another big camera. Okay. No. No. Ooh, a pen. Employee observation protocol. Okay. Well, camera button.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
It's not really a mind control facility if they're just watching us, though. What's this here?
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
I miss my broom closet. That made sense. Can I just leave? I don't want to dismantle anything. I'm kind of depressed. So there's the facility power. I just want a lunch break. Not even smoke, but I'd totally just go outside and have a cigarette right now. What's this? 4? Which makes sounds? Okay, can I jump down here? No, that'd be easy. I don't think Stanley's very good at dismantling anything, personally. I just have this feeling. So that looks important. Not sure I want to step down there. Ooh. Oh. Can I turn the mind control on? No. You know what, let's jump on the big red circle, because that seems like a terrible idea. Do. What do these do? Are they just lights or are they lasers? They are lights. Okay. Guess we're going to the facility power at this point. 5. Boop. Hey. There's all sorts of buttons here. 3. Boop. So is there a button for... So I saw... Where's the... Ah, here we go. So if you go... 1. 2. Did nothing. 3. This is a lot of aimless meandering, viewers. I won't lie. 4. Wish I could jump. Or run. But I can't. Alright, one more button. This probably isn't going to do anything. 5. Nope. We tried.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for. Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're going to die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees.
Okay, these numbers have to do with something.
What's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room.
Enter passcode.
These numbered buttons. No, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button. Or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever after.
Well then. There has to be some order to those buttons. But I think, viewers, we're probably going to call it there for now.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
And that very grim and twisted ending, viewers, we're going to take a break, but we will be back next time with more of the Stanley Parable. I don't believe in the no-win situation. We're going to try that little nuclear game again. So, viewers, for now, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.